Hi, hello, hi. So, today, I want to talk about kind of about bottom dysphoria, but mostly being in an intimate relationship as a trans person with a cis person, and what that's been like for me and what's really helped me, and why prosthetics sometimes make me dysphoric. So, as a trans man who's in a relationship with a cis woman, and who has almost exclusively dated cis women in the past, I feel that there is this expectation of what sex is supposed to be like. And you'll notice the question that most trans people or trans cis couples get is, the most invasive question that we get is, how do you have sex? And we all know that that's an inappropriate question, and that's not something you're supposed to be asking people. But it is one that we get all the time nonetheless, because people are curious. And the reason they're curious, again, is because there's this idea of what heterosexual sex is supposed to be. And I'm using quotation marks because, like, what even is heterosexual sex? Is it, like, just strictly penetrative sex? Is it, like, just, like, missionary? Like, you could be having heterosexual sex and, like, some cis men like to be topped. Like, why are you assuming? Anyway, what is heterosexual sex? But they just assume there's, like, this idea that sex is, you know, a man penetrating a woman. That's heterosexual sex. So they probably wonder, like, do you use a prosthetic? And the answer is yes and no. Sometimes I do wear a prosthetic. Oftentimes I don't. And the reason why is because prosthetics sometimes make me dysphoric. So why is that? I didn't know for a long time why prosthetics were making me more dysphoric. It's like, here's this thing that's supposed to be helping me with my dysphoria, and it's making me feel worse. Like, why? So I've been asking myself this question for a long time, and I think I have some answers now. Some prosthetics really do alleviate dysphoria for me. STPs, which are stand-to-pee devices, they let you stand when you pee. Those really help with my dysphoria. But any sort of sex prosthetic usually makes my dysphoria worse. And here's why. Firstly, when using a prosthetic, it does, at least for me, usually feel detached from my body. It's hard to find one that stimulates me at all, and even though I do have one that is really good, it still feels like I'm fumbling with this thing that's not actually attached to me. And then that brings me to the next point as to why it makes me dysphoric. It's not actually attached to me. It's just reminding me that there's something missing, or reinforcing this idea that I require assembly in order to be whole, that I, as I am, I'm not a whole package. I need to use this thing in order to make up for what I am lacking physically on my body. And I hate that. I hate that idea. It makes me incredibly dysphoric. I would hang around with other cis guys and I would just, like, stop in my head and be like, wow, there is a whole dick in there. And I mean, that's an assumption. Some cis guys might not have dicks. They may have had an accident of some sort. I don't know. I'm not here to decide who has a dick and who doesn't. But in my mind, it was just, like, mind-blowing to think that anyone could have a dick. Like, wow, what a blessing. Like, it became this thing that I could never have but always need to strive for, and that even with the best prosthetic in the world, I would never attain that. Even with phalloplasty from the best surgeons that exist, and phalloplasty is bottom surgery, one of the bottom surgery options for trans men. Even with an extraordinary phalloplasty procedure, I would still not have a dick the way that cis guys have a dick. And that made me feel really shitty and really hopeless, and as if my whole life would be a compromise for my partner. They would have to deal with this incomplete man with this B-grade sexual partner, and it just made my dysphoria horrible, and it made me never want to have sex again. So I realized that is why prosthetics are making me feel worse, and that's why prosthetics are making me feel even more dysphoric, because they're just emphasizing that I am not enough as I am. And again, I'm projecting. My partner didn't say this to me. Nobody said this to me. This doesn't have to be the narrative for you with your prosthetics at all. I am talking about myself and my dysphoria that is exclusive to me and my experiences. So I stopped using prosthetics. I'll pack sometimes if I really feel like it, but if it's too hot outside and it's just a hassle, I'm not gonna pack. I will sometimes wear a prosthetic during sex, but oftentimes, most of the time, I won't. And I've just started to try to appreciate my body for what it is in the state that it's currently in. My body will continue to change forever. Everyone's bodies will continue to change forever. Whether you're cis or trans, you're aging every day. We're growing and changing. And I may not be thrilled about my body and about my sexy parts, my sexy bits, but I could still love them, and I could still appreciate them, and I could still remind myself that to some people, this is whole. My body is whole. It is not missing anything. Some people are happy with the body that I have, some people are happy having a sexual partner with my body, and that's fine. My partner is not making some great sacrifice by dating a trans man. And if your partner is making you feel that way, it's time to get a new partner. You are not hard to love just because you're trans. Your partner is not compromising by dating you. And I really felt that way for a long time, and it's been so empowering to realize, like, my partner finds me attractive the way that I am. My parts are ideal for my partner. My partner doesn't give a shit what parts anyone has. For my partner, it's like, yeah, whatever, anything is fine. They don't care, they don't feel like they're missing anything. I understand some people might feel like they're missing something. If for you, your relationship is really, it's just pivotal that you're dating someone that has a dick, and a dick in the way that you are envisioning it, like a cis male dick. Date a cis male, what can I tell you? But it's just to let you know that just because there are some people out there who have genital preferences, or whatever they want to refer to it as, it doesn't mean that you are less than whole as a partner. As a sexual partner, you could be attractive, people could look at you and they could want to have sex with you, that they could feel sexual attraction towards you. That is something that could happen with your parts. They could find your parts sexually attractive. That was a mind-blowing concept for me. And it's not that I'm a sex-obsessed person. I'm asexual, so I don't get sexually attracted to anyone. So the whole concept of sexual attraction has always been kind of lost on me, and I didn't understand. And by talking to allosexuals, which are people who are not asexual, I kind of realized all of this. I don't know what was going on in my head. I really don't. But I just know that using a prosthetic was definitely contributing to that, because I felt as if I could only be loved with my prosthetic, and my prosthetic was such a hassle that I was like, wow, it must be such a hassle to have sex with me. And it's like, oh, guess what? I could still be a whole person sexually without this prosthetic. Wow, that's empowering. So that's it. This is just a short video, just one of my, some of the thoughts I've been having. I realize if I always wait to have like these long, perfect videos, I likely will go a long time without posting videos sometimes, because sometimes I don't have a whole bunch of things to say. So I would rather just post more frequently but shorter videos than only post every like 5 to 7 months. And that's it. If you have any questions or comments or things you'd like to add, go ahead and put that in the comments section down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you can relate to this. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and a great week, and you take care of yourselves. Alright, thanks, bye.